Hello, everybody down here in VR chat as well as on stream. My name is One Two Step, and we are here together with the group of Spoken Heartঃ. Spoken Heartঃ is an event that has had 130 come-togethers over the past 4 years already, and we are an event that is highlighting, well, that is mainly responsible for short stories and poetry. The main, the main admin, or let's say the creator of this group, can't be here today because they are still in Japan. They fulfilled a live dream. They've been there for like 2 months and they're coming back soon, but today I'm gonna substitute for them. We are on the episode 131 today, and I'll be hosting the show together with my friend Wallgesicht down here. If you want to share any poetry or short story, please just hit me up about it, or Wallgesicht over here. The way that it works, we're gonna create a small list of people that want to contribute either their own poetry or short story, or if they know some poetry or short story that they like, they are allowed to showcase that one as well. Well, basically, perform that one here on that very fire that is not having fire lit up right now. Anyways, if you do choose to share a story or poetry that you haven't written yourself, please make sure to announce the author at least before you do share that poetry or short story. If you don't know right now if you want to participate or just want to sit by, that's absolutely fine. You can always just in between the acts come to us and tell us, hey, I found something I want to share, and then you're free to go. The way that it works, we were gonna work in rounds. So whenever we have the list together of the people that want to perform, we go through the list, and then at the end of the list, we're gonna go to the front of the list again. So make sure that if you only want to contribute once, to tell us to take you off the list afterwards again. Otherwise, we're just gonna assume that you want to perform a second round as well. Normally, it goes up to 3 rounds. In the third round, we're gonna open up the the performances for musicians as well. So if you want to perform something yourself, be it on piano or any other instrument, or sing something, you can absolutely do that. Make sure that it is performed by yourself and not necessarily using a backing track because of streaming reasons. There is so much that we can do here, but yeah, please keep it in the lines of PG-13 if possible. I know it's Halloween and there's horror stories going on. If there is some gore or something going on like this, just make a small disclaimer before you start your performance so that people that are having like a light stomach, they can choose to just take a small break until the next performance going on anyways. If there's any questions, please let me know. Whenever somebody is performing and sitting here and speaks, please make sure to mute your mic so that we don't hear your mom in the background screaming at you that you didn't clean your dishes. It's also like it's really distracting when you hear and perform something and then you hear somebody's background or hear them speak or something. Please make sure to just mute yourself for that time. We can always speak between the performances for sure. And if you have a longer conversation, I mean, the world is big enough. Just step aside for a bit and then come back when you want to listen again. Thank you so much. We're gonna start quite right ahead. If anybody wants to perform, please let me know and I'm gonna write down your name. Yep.
Let's say who's gonna perform now.
Oh, you have your mic. Okay, wait a second. 1 second. I got voices in my brain.
Sorry about that.
Okay, well, anyways, I don't necessarily need the mic, so don't worry about it. So, Twilight Xanadu, you want to share something?
Yeah, I only have one story, but I've got some.
All right.
Yeah,
Noted.
anyone else?
Somebody else? I'm gonna write down jukebox anyways. You have no choice.
Damn it.
As far as I'm aware, Stogie always has to share something
Yeah,
anyways.
Stogie's always got something.
Stogie.
Or 300 something.
All right. I know Toto has prepared something, so I'll write down Toto.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Somebody else that wants to contribute? Why
Got
not
an old ass
seeing
poem
that?
I wrote in college.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can
Sure.
absolutely do that. Sorry, I can't see your name yet. It's half blocked by the post
It's
next to you.
neighborhood
Thank you.
crackhead.
Neighborhood. Okay.
Get the fuck away from me.
What a name. Cool. All right. Let's go. Anybody else that wants to share a short story or poetry? Let me know. Lift your arm, or if you choose differently
Oh,
in
gosh.
between the rounds, just let me know. Then I'm always happy to hear something new. All right. Val, do you want any performance as well, or any poetry
I'm
or
good.
anything?
I'm alright.
You're good. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave the stage to you on the second round then for sure, so you can announce the next ones. I made a small list, so I'm gonna share that with you.
okay.
All right. Cool. So we're just gonna start now, and I hope you have a wonderful time. It's so good to see you all here, and thank you for PJKT and the whole team for helping us hosting and streaming this event. I really was looking forward to HorrorCon. It's always such a good vibe. And when this event is over, there's already the next show going on. Valgesicht could tell you more about that, but I'll let them do that in the second round. Cool. All right,
Sounds good.
we're gonna go right ahead, and I have a poetry prepared. I'm gonna start the round, and then we're gonna go right to the next person. So the next person after me will be Twilight Xanadu. Let me find real quick the poetry that I wrote down. I clearly write with too many people.
Oh non, il y a encore ce putain de menu bugué là.
There we are. Okay, I haven't found a title for it yet because I just wrote it earlier, so I hope you bear with me. Welcome to the crew, a PJKT HorrorCon for old and new. Welcome, souls, to the Spoken Heart़, where we whisper, speak, and write a horrific art. The time for some horror in October is here. Ghosts, devils, and demons gathered from far and near to share their stories and poetry alike about the victim of scare they spoke and spooked in the night. Just in the archette they gather at the fire where anticipation is burning higher and higher. Awaiting your stories tonight, I will, substituting chocolate being in Japan for the thrill. For the 131st time, Spoken Heart़ comes together, sitting in a circle in the coolest weather. Only heated by the stories of paper, read them better now than later. Because who knows what at HorrorCon awaits in the swamps between the trees and inside the lakes. The Sailor Man is luring you into the beast for the VR headset skeleton to jump you for the feast. Rise, little horrors, and share your stories. Feed my interest with all your worries. Let's feast on all despair and horror and trouble. And while I listen to you in this bubble, we capture the souls that lurk in streams chat. Too scared, too lazy to open VR's app. Join Spoken Heart़ and PJKT at the Swarm's floor. It's ogre-free, I swear, just filled with communities at its core. Thank you.
Ooh, that was amazing. Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Smother him with hearts. Indeed.
Oh
I
yeah,
will try.
if you're new here, we do have
Just like the
traditions
cookie.
at Spoken Heart. So when you hear and perform for the first time, make sure everybody to choose your heart emojis and support the brave soul that wants to contribute here. It's not a normal thing to stand in front of people and share whatever you prefer to share. So it's always good to, well, yeah, it's always good to help them out with some love. Anyways, the next performer will be Twilight Xanadu.
Je t'ai envoyé un
Let's
message.
go.
Je regarde.
Fell off.
Mais je t'avoue, je suis un peu saoulée du coup. Je t'avoue, je suis un peu saoulée parce que
Now
je sais
then.
Arrête pas. Faut se mute.
There's a heavy fog in the air, obscuring my surroundings, making it hard to navigate. The trees supporting jagged, hollowed-out holes in the back, giving them the appearance of twisted grins and malicious grins, like they're watching every move. They have bare, barren branches with sharp-like claw-like edges, like they're practically reaching out trying to slash me. Some of them already have. Lower-level, snake-like exposed roof of the undergrowth I've snagged bits of the underlayer wool over my feet. The architecture is shaped in surreal, jaunty ways. Buildings are standing at crooked angles, like they won me a moment from tipping over and crushing my woolly form under a pile of battered, broken bricks. Surrounding hills are long and spindly, slithering in illogical ways like a giant worm, with a ghoulish-looking full moon out, illuminating the cloud-draped sky at 2:30 in the afternoon. It feels like every step I take causes the fleet covering me to heat up, as if trying to ward off the stone-cold paranoia building under my skin. Mere movements are starting to become a struggle. My dainty hooves shiver with every step I make as I lift them to make another march, as if the mere sensation of touching the cold, brittle cobble underneath my feet brings up more of a comfort than lifting them up in the damp, dreary air coiling around. Any movement now could cause a cavalcade of ghouls and goblins to bite out and strike me in a massive monster mesh. And yet, there's nothing to be found. No impending shriek to make me jump out of my fleece with fright. Something seems off here, like there's a missing element to this riddle wrapped in enigma. Is this ghost town missing its ghosts? End scene.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Did some
That was
hearts,
beautiful.
buddy.
Thank you for sharing, Xanadu.
Well done.
That was awesome.
Here's some bread.
All right.
That was as far as I can
Yeah,
see, I
baby,
wrote that
very
entirely
good.
all on my own.
I already wrote down who's next. However, if you
I think I
feel
called it
like you want to
Hollow
share
Halloween.
some short story or poetry, you have the ability. Just for everybody that just joined, I'm gonna repeat it. You have the ability to join onto the list and share what you want to share. However, the next on the list will be Jukebox.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, my turn on the spooky, scary spit roast. God, it will
Let's
take
repeat
ages
it
to get the
again.
smell off after
How
this.
I did it, but I did.
It was great.
Anyways, greetings ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. For you I have prepared an older yet eerie story of mine. I call it, A Night at the Cordials.
The locals say that once you drink in that old tavern, you will never leave again. I find that superstitious babble no different from a black cat crossing in front of some bloke during a morning stroll. Yet, against my better judgment and far from civilization, here I am in front of its entrance looking for something worthy of my high standards. The sturdy oak door creaks in anticipation as I slowly pull on its antique handles. I'm greeted by cheerful laughter and glass clinking. People in various apparel right out a history book enjoy their drinks in goblets, pints, pitchers, to name a few, spread across medieval-style trestle tables. Ornate candelabras illuminate the large hall and its stone walls. At the very end, I see a display filled with fancy jug designs, so I assume that's where people get their alcohol. Nobody pays me any attention while I slink through their midst. I nearly trip on a long dress of one lady downing wine. Her outfit, lavished with intricate embroidery, seems inspired from the Renaissance period. Talk about royalty in a peasant pub. I arrive and observe a tall gentleman behind the bar counter overseeing the celebrations. In contrast with the outfits of those overzealous drinkers, this person dons modern attire. A gray sleeveless tuxedo over a crisp white shirt and a small bow tie.
Welcome to the cordial, sir,
he says. What's with the fashion sense of these oddballs? I ask him.
We don't judge as long as patrons follow our formal etiquette.
Guess this one's the bartender. I hear you serve the finest alcohol the world has to offer. I act all pretentious.
As a figure of speech.
Why have you settled in the middle of nowhere? It's off any known map.
Our offering is for those willing to seek it.
Before I try to get more clarification, a plump man in a tight ivory suit approaches the bartender and waggles his empty mug. That posture reminds me of a 30s Al Capone caricature complete with a fedora. This bar's dress code is all over the place. The bartender places the mug under one of the taps, fills it up, and returns it in one swift maneuver, all without any word exchange. Jubilant with the healthy layer of froth, the man stares at me for a few seconds and retires to his regular seat. Judging from the light yellow color and clear body of the draft, I can tell it's a Pilsner. Basic stuff, not interesting at all. I look around for a menu, but nothing, not even a basic sign or price listings anywhere. How do you order around here? I ask the bartender.
What does one's mind imagine?
This infuriates me. I didn't come here to be given cryptic answers. If this establishment wants to play games, then I'll give them one. I clear my throat and say in the most demanding tone I can muster, "Your oldest vintage champagne."
I see. A connoisseur.
The bartender ponders intensely while making his way to an open iron door in the back.
Kindly pardon me for just a moment,
he tells me before entering the room. I bet he did not recognize half the words I mentioned. After a few minutes, the nonchalant barkeep reappears holding a large bottle. Its surface is pristine, making me doubtful of the age. Usually old bottles have signs of wear and dirt from years of storage. That's likely a cheap brand of sparkling wine taken from the freezer. The bartender places a crystal flute glass on the counter. He removes the foil around the top, untwists the cage, and pulls the cork with uncanny swiftness. Unwavering, he pours at a steady rate, filling the glass perfectly to the middle. He knows how to serve, I'll give him that at least. Bubbles were lacking completely from the golden-colored blend. I take the glass to my nose for inspection. An intense fragrance of vanilla and toffee flood into my nostrils. Dried fruits accompany them into a seductive bouquet. I waste no further time and sip. The creamy tenderness of the subtle foam lays a veil of freshness on my palate. Ripe red apples enthrall the taste buds, welcoming me into their orchard. As the intensity wavers, a mild flavor of walnut takes its place to bring me back in reality. What on earth was that? I talk without thinking. The bartender simply smiles and shows me the label. Vintage Dom Perignon, 1921. 100 years of history in a glass. I don't have words to properly describe my astonishment. No auction house sells or even has this specific year anymore.
Our proprietor has an undying passion for alcoholic beverages. The cellar is a testament to his work.
No kidding. All this excitement intensified my existing fatigue from the lengthy hours of driving to this place. The bartender notices and says,
"We have bedrooms arranged for special occasions. Perhaps you could use some rest."
He sees right through me. My hands and knees are shaking. So it's that bad. I reach for my wallet, but the bartender intervenes and gives me a cast iron key.
The staircase, second door to your left. We shall demand payment in due time. Enjoy your night.
Minutes pass like hours as I stare into the flickering candle flame beside my pillow. Such primitive technology never fails despite countless advancements. I can't put my mind at ease. The dry, nutty aftertaste still lingers on my lips. It's driving me to know more about the secrets they hide in that cellar. I take out my phone and enable the flashlight. The main hall is dead silent. So much that I can hear my own footsteps on the tiled flooring while treading through pitch blackness. The iron doors wide open, as if awaiting my arrival. I descend a set of uneven stairs to the underground. Corridors upon vast corridors of meticulously arranged barrels and racked wine bottles unfold before my eyes. They seem to span endlessly, akin to the limestone caverns of an abandoned mine. Can't believe there is such a thing beneath a meager building. I discover a dim light coming from a nearby junction. I follow the trail and find a chamber lacking any containers apart from a wooden table littered with cobwebs. On top lies a burning pillar candle alongside a familiar bottle. It's the same Dom Perignon I sampled earlier. Why did the bartender leave it here?
Dost thou crave for another taste?
A chilling voice pierces the silence. Right after, disturbing laughter echoes from distant passageways. The shadows around the table begin to swirl unnaturally. From the vortex emerges a spectral humanoid. Its dark face is devoid of features except for two phosphorescent orbs. They fix upon me.
Allow us to sate it.
I panic and back away, but something that feels like a wall of blubber keeps blocking me. I turn around and witness a horrific display of melted flesh and exposed cartilage wrapped in an ivory suit. In a flash, it grabs hold of my arms and slams me down. Fetid odors, expelled by the vile bloat, overrun my senses. A withered corpse, wearing a long dress, drags itself beside me. As I struggle to free, it shoves its decrepit fingers into my mouth and forces it open. My jaws are ripping apart. The eldritch creature hovers over me, wielding the bottle.
Thou shalt make a fine addition.
A stream of alcohol cascades down my throat. Head is pinned, can't move. I gasp for air and more liquid surges into my lungs. Vision fades. Only the cackles of those horrors ring in my ears. I'm drowning. I suddenly rise up. Morning sunlight fills the bedroom. My body is still trembling in shock. I check my neck and chest. Of course, there's nothing wrong aside the reeking smell of dry sweat. That experience felt so surreal. I gather my bearings and proceed downstairs. The main hall is bustling with the same guests in their eccentric costumes, chugging spirits.
Good morning, Mr. Connoisseur.
The bartender greets me. I wave my hand in response and then drill through my pockets for the car keys.
I understand you are in a hurry. Kindly take a seat while I prepare the bill.
I head for the empty table among the animated crowd. The long-dressed Renaissance lady gives me a subtle wink as I pass by, which I find amusing. After a bit of searching, I find the place, and not only that. Surprise, surprise. There also lies the 100-year Dom Perignon from my hellish dream. I'm sure the bartender did this intentionally, but I get the hint. The taste is as exquisite as the first glass from yesterday. I feel my woes fading away as the aromas carry me into a world of serenity. I close my eyes to savor every drop. When I open them, the bottle is already empty. It went over so quickly I didn't realize. It feels like I've been drinking for a lifetime. What am I supposed to wait for? Guess I forgot. No matter, I'll just ask the bartender. I retrace my steps to the bar counter with unsteady footing. There are more people than before in here. Some of the faces are entirely new and their clothing style is foreign to me. This is getting more bizarre every passing day. Once I arrive, the bartender takes one glance at me and, without saying anything, unveils another bottle of vintage Dom Perignon. More complimentary champagne. As usual, he gracefully opens it and draws another glass. I notice on the label as he pours, a strange year. 2084? Maybe I got too tipsy from the last one and my eyesight is playing tricks. Still, it would be a shame to let this opportunity slip away. I'll finish this one and then be off. Now, the drink awaits me.
Thank you for listening.
That was amazing.
Great
I
story,
think I've heard
Jukebox.
that
Thank you
one.
for sharing so much. All right. We do have to pass a little bit of time so the people on the stream can hear us again because there's some advertisement going on. However, maybe some of the people from PJKT want to say something real quick, but I saw Deathmap just leaving. Anyhow, I guess if anything, we can bridge this time real quick. I heard some voices coming up in between. Please make sure to mute yourself when the when the performance is going on. I do make use of force mute if I notice that somebody's maybe AFK and forgot to mute themselves. It's not that too much of a deal, but yeah, please just make sure to mute yourself while other performers are performing. We're gonna go ahead soon, and the next performer will be Stogie, as of my knowledge. I think we do have just some moment, and I think I'm gonna hear back. I don't know how long the ad break will take. Kind of sad. Gotta wait for that, but oh well.
What are the ads about?
2 minutes. Okay, well. If you have any questions about this event, or if you have any questions about HorrorCon, you can absolutely feel free to ask me that too. We do normally have these Spoken Heartť events going on once per season. So I know the next one for sure is planned for Valentine's Day. I don't know if we have anything planned for Christmas. I have to speak with Chocolat about that. Might be that we do that. However, yeah, Valentine's Day for sure we will be back, and normally we do that together with PJKT anyways. So make sure to join the group above my head, the Spoken Heartť group, if you like this event. And if you haven't yet and are here for any reason that is other than HorrorCon, make sure to join the group of PJKT as well. They are lovely. Well, we are a lovely community that tries to shine a big light on other communities, and HorrorCon is one of the very few where we actually go for world creators as well, horror world creators. You can see a lot of the booths in here in this world, and I highly recommend going around in this world after the event to see what's going on. Also, yeah. I think that's about it anyways. I leave the stage for Stogie then. And even though, yeah, I think the advertisement break is about to end, I'm totally not stalling time in the lack of knowing what I can speak about for flipping 2 whole minutes without making it lyrical. I don't want to spare pass the time with doing a song in between because that's only possible in the 3rd round, and I don't want to break the traditions of this group anyways. So, Stogie, maybe you give us your honor by just approaching this very peak of the... I don't even know what is...
Yay!
Is this a ham?
Rack
By
of
approaching the ham on the slowest way ever possible.
Do it.
All right, we're good. Never mind. we
Hey,
can
he
just
said the
reach there.
slowest. Oh no, can you get on?
Can't get on.
Slippery.
The struggle is real.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. Whenever you're ready, we are ready.
Well, first off, honestly, you put me. You have jukebox in front of me. How do I close behind my jukebox?
It's not a competition.
No, but
Okay.
I feel like it's fitting
Yeah,
to have
baby.
jukebox. Shh.
Tanner,
Because-
can you mute your mic, please? Thank you.
With jukebox's story, it actually fits with what I'm about. A thrill. Scare. What is it about this time of year that gets us to watch horror movies? What is it? Why do we put ourselves in a frame of mind of being scared? Why is that? And in listening to the story, I feel like sometimes we need to be taken away from our normal lives. Is there something behind that corner? Is something about to pop up through the window? Not knowing the unknowing, I think that's what gives us. Being anxious and the thrill. Maybe the same way someone runs a 5K marathon. They want that adrenaline rush. Or finally finishing a project, a painting, a song, a story. The thrill of accomplishment. But why do we put ourselves in a way where we're about to see something bad, something horrible, something gruesome? Why do we do this? Is it the possibility of seeing something that we want to do? Or is it that thrill? Hard to say what it is about horror movies that we're drawn to. Some of us are drawn to the iconicness of someone tall, quiet, menacing. Or is it the fact that we want someone that we can relate to? A high schooler, someone with a regular person, someone who survives to the end. And we want to see them live. It's mind-boggling to think about some of the horror movies that have been made year after year. What is drawn to those characters? For myself, for some, I think it's the will to live, the will to survive, to push yourself to a limit to keep human heart going. Maybe we watch these movies because it is somewhat of a way to release those endorphins, the adrenaline rush that we would never in our other normal life do. It's hard to explain. I don't know. Why are we drawn? Is it maybe the philosophy behind what the antagonists are for? Is it maybe the location we get used to, seeing how they perform? It's still a question that I don't think anybody will answer or want to answer. We just, because. And some people might not like, hearing that. Why do you like that? Because. I think if you dive deep into yourself and look for that because, you can understand yourself a little bit more, and maybe you can explain why this piece of material drives your soul and causes you to want more. You may have seen the same movie over and over again and know what happens, but that thrill of knowing what's happening, even showing your friend this piece of thing and waiting for the reaction. Maybe that reaction of how you once felt, that gives you a thrill. Seeing someone experience what you experienced years ago, maybe that's it. It may sound a little twisted, but Maybe that's what we get pure joy from horror movies, is watching people and trying to feel what you feel once ago, and maybe giving that adrenaline rush to someone will give you that joy.
Thank you so much for sharing, Stogie.
That's always
Thanks for your
lovely.
thoughts on that
Amazing.
subject.
Lovely
That
indeed.
was awesome. Thank
Well
you.
done.
Yay!
All right.
Very nice.
All right, cool. I have to just check real quick because I'm a little bit confused here. Okay, right. So
Alright.
the next performer for this evening is gonna be Toto Ghost Night. So whenever you're ready, the pile is yours. Show us what you got.
Let me see if I can actually get up on here first.
I've got it, I believe.
The struggle is real.
You got this.
Yeah, struggle is real. Alright. So I apologize because I have a sore throat right now. Very sore throat. So I'm pushing through this. And this poem that I wrote is a short poem and it's called Summoned. They do not scream, they whisper, in the cracks of silence, beneath the hum of night. No horns, no fire, just hunger wrapped in memory and eyes that never blink. You called them, not with words, but with want. Now they wait, not in shadows, but in choices that you haven't made. There we go.
Woo! Yeah.
Woo! That shit is sweet.
Nice.
That was
Oh,
actually really
sweet, let's
nice.
go.
Thank you very
Really
much.
That
nice.
was got.
Thank you so much for sharing, Toto. We're gonna go ahead for the last person of the first round for sure now. If anybody wants to join in, you still have the ability to just share like a poetry or short story that you heard before somewhere else. You can look it up and then perform it in front of us if you like. Just make sure to announce who the author then was, if it wasn't you yourself. Anyhow, for the first time in Spoken Heart's history, there will be Neighborhood Crackhead performing here for you. And I hope all of you are gonna spam them with love. Just show them some of the heart emojis, and the stage is yours.
Sorry, I was taking a shot of liquid courage.
Yeah!
This is an oldie I wrote back in college, 8 years ago? So, can't attest to its quality, but here it is. 8 ways of looking at winter. 1. Searing flames are welcomed by frosted palms. Seldom seen where incineration preserves life instead of taking it. 2. The cabin filled the night void with its inferno. He watched his livelihood burn in Heliod's wrath. He looked to his snow-covered boots to see his own life freeze. His hatred split between fire and ice. 3. Huddled comforts, piled skin with grabby limbs, a reminder of family, a reminder of friends, a reminder of warmth. 4. The man collapses, exhausted. Snow stacks on. At least he'll be buried. He looks to blackened fingers. He feels none of them. Are they his or the Reaper's? 5. The air of broth fills nostrils of watered mouths. Another night of chicken nectar. Another night of bulging bellies to toast a good meal. 6. He hadn't given her a choice. They needed meat. He was a coward, but she wasn't. She could pull the trigger. 7. Lights flicker back on. Heart monitors replay their metronome of beeps. Thankful patients groan their hurrah. The backup generator hums in the basement. 8. A tiny cough. The older sister glances past the rocker at spider-webbed ice across glass panes. The cottage holds back winter's breath, but not her sapping presence. Another cough. And that is all.
Woo!
Nice.
Yes.
Well done, well done.
Ooh, yay. That's good.
I was muted. Hell yeah, good job. That was great.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
That
sharing.
was amazing, sir.
Totally not cringe to say the same prices right after each other just because I was muted. Anyways, thank you so much for sharing. It was really cool to listen to that. We reached the end of the first round. If nobody wants to join in for now no more, or for the second round, we're gonna go into the second round.
Boing,
Boing
boing.
boing. Okay, Aluna, well then take it away. It's right away your turn.
I might not be able to get on there, but
Faith.
oh God. Oh God.
Arise
Right.
the ham.
Yes.
Daniel
So
Ham.
many ways.
Slippy. Damn it.
All right, who put extra barbecue on?
Ah, sod it.
Let's get a
I
good
think it
glaze.
was me. I was standing there.
Time! You must!
Hang on.
This is very entertaining. Keep going.
Somebody
I like
help
this.
her. Try to
Go at it from the
Luna,
spit. It's a
go
lower
around the
jump.
other side. It's easier to get up.
Okay,
What is it? What is it?
The other
You
side
can
is
just
easier
stand
to
in
get
front
up.
of it if you like.
There you go.
Wait, how does she make it?
That was a good tip.
easier
Right.
on the part
Hello,
of the
hello, everyone. I don't know if you know the rumors of the Phantom of the Opera. One day, in the dark opera house, Christine Daae was singing the song. But who was listening from box 5? Who knows this strange man? He sings with a heart. He sang with a soul. Who is this angel of music she talks about? Who knows? Raoul was thinking, Christine, my dear, you're doing very well. The opera finishes. He goes so sweetly to her door. Knock, knock. Christine, are you there, my dear? Enter, my dear Raoul. Thank you, my dear sweet Christine. Dear my dear sweet, an excellent performance as always. Thank you, Raoul. Said sweetly. I shall get my horses. I can't, Raoul. The angel of music. Who's this angel you speak of, Christine? I can't go, Raoul. What's it? We've got a date, my dear sweet Christine. I shall get them, but Raoul! He shuts the door. Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do? Paces up and down. He looks at the mirror. Oh, angel. Oh, sweet angel of music, please. Please, please forgive me. I don't know if you can sing the actual opera music from there, but I won't. But it goes on. Ignorant fool, this slave of fashion, basking in your glory. Ignorant fool, this brave young tutor, basking in my triumph. I hear you speak, O angel. Please forgive me. Enter at last, master. You are forgiven, my child. I don't know how it goes. I've forgotten how that song goes. I don't know how it goes yet. It says, I'm here in the mirror. I am your angel of music. Come to the angel of music. Christine! I am your angel. Come to your angel. That's it. I don't know. I'm good night, girls.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for being here as well. It's always to see, always nice to see many of you coming back to the event, and it's really nice to see that we have grown over the year quite a lot. Today, there's not that many that want to share a story, but that's fine. We have the end of the round number 1. We're gonna go ahead in round number 2, and therefore I want to ask my friend Walgesicht to come over here and maybe share some thoughts about their community as well.
Sorry.
Hello, thank you, 1-2. I am Volgesicht. Some of you might know me from our group Skits and Bits. We're an improv community here in VR Chat going on for a little over 3 years now. We just had our 3-year anniversary. We'll be doing a show this Saturday. After this event, actually, is our HorrorCon show. We've been doing HorrorCon shows ever since our inception. So look forward to seeing you there. It'll be a horror theme per usual and all that. So hope to see many of you there, and then maybe get intrigued by what they do and want to partake in our workshops and other events that we do. I think we're also holding our own, not associated with HorrorCon, but our own like story side thing tomorrow. So yeah, check that out. Anywho, yeah. Also, just props to Jukebox there, who if you saw the opening to the opening ceremony with guys getting eaten alive by the HorrorCon skeleton. That was written by Jukebox. So props to
Damn, I'm good.
Yes, you are.
Right. Sorry, I have ghosts in my brain talking to me. All right. So, let's see. We're round 2. We've looped back around. I'm a little new to this, but I'm filling in for Chocolat now that they're out, as 1-2 said. But we move on to our round 2 go around, and that means that 1-2 step is back on deck. So get on our horror ham.
I'm on the horror ham. Oh yeah. Alright, I just heard there might be somebody doing nefarious things right now, so make sure you have avatar sounds off. You don't need them in this event right now anyways. You don't want to be crashed by sounds or whatever not. Hope that's getting solved pretty fast. Anyways, the next story I'm gonna do a disclaimer about because took that from Creepypasta's wiki. If you don't know who Creepypasta is, you missed out. He was actually here yesterday and shared some lovely stories of his at the main stage here at HorrorCon. And I would like to share the story with you, if I may. This one is called White with Red. A man went to a hotel and walked up to the front desk to check in. The woman at the desk gave him his keys and told him that on the way to his room there was a door with no number that was locked, and no one was allowed in there. She explained that it was a storeroom and that it was out of bounds. She reminded him of this several times before allowing him upstairs.
You yesterday after you
Ooh,
back.
Yeah, a little bit too close. If somebody can tell them, that would be nice. Thank you.
But,
All right. She reminded him of the several times before allowing him upstairs. The man followed the instructions of the woman, going straight to bed in his room. However, her insistence had piqued his curiosity, so the next night he walked down the hall to the door and tried the handle. Sure enough, it was locked. He bent down and looked through the white keyhole. Cold air passed through it, chilling his eye. What he saw was not a storeroom, but a hotel bedroom like his. In the corner was a woman whose skin was incredibly pale. She was leaning her head against the wall, facing away from the door. The man stared in confusion for a while. Was this a celebrity, the owner's daughter? He almost knocked on the door to ask himself, but decided not to. As he was still looking, the woman turned sharply. He jumped back from the keyhole, hoping she would not notice that he had been spying on her. He creeped away from the door and walked back to his room. The next day, he returned to the door and looked through the white keyhole. This time, all he saw was redness. He couldn't make anything out besides a distinct, unmoving red color. Perhaps the inhabitant of the room knew he had been spying on them the night before and had blocked the keyhole with something red. He felt embarrassed that he had made the woman so uncomfortable and hoped she had not made a complaint to the woman on the front desk. At this point, he decided to consult her for more information. She sighed and asked, "Did you look through the keyhole?" The man told her that he had, and she said, "Well, I might as well tell you the story of what happened in that room. A long time ago, a man murdered his wife there, and we find that even now, whoever stays within gets very uncomfortable. But this woman is not ordinary. She is white all over, except for her eyes, which are red." End of story.
Awesome.
Thank you, 1-2.
That's a classic.
That was nice.
Absolutely.
All right, who we got? Oh, let's run on back to our jukebox over here. Did you saw your hand go up there, Temple? Do you want to add yourselves to the?
Let's glint, let's go.
Huh?
I just saw you raise your hand. I wasn't sure if you wanted to add yourself to the list of people.
Oh, I thought you said hello. I was waving. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just... Well, hello. That's all right. All right. So, Juke, it's your turn again up here on the ham. Arise, my friend.
Well, I'm back standing on Porky the roasted pig.
We need that.
The following one is a short but sweet monologue inspired by a particular painting I had the honor to witness at Strange Pair Art Gallery. You can see it, the photo of 1-2-step, created by Cosmic Cosma.
Do you think this containment can hold me? Do you think your overly cautious measures can restrain my will to escape? Yes. Yes. Laugh and fill your bellies in celebration for my capture. All you peons of a fake king live on borrowed time. Scatter my physical form across the continents, or purge the very notion of my existence from your annals of history. Yet all these futile attempts merely delay the inevitable conclusion which the fates of the Spinel moon foretold. My eyes blaze with anticipation for the moment, that instant of carelessness where your pride gets the better of your judgment. And then this feeble prison will crumble into dust. I'll take delight in gorging on the despair filling your soul as you pray to your holiest of saints to no avail. I will savor each of your screams when my tendrils seep deep into your flesh and your innards start to boil. At that moment you will realize that I am determination incarnate, and your payment is due.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Juke.
Wait,
All
let me
right,
grab
next
that
up.
real quick.
Take your
There we go.
painting.
Well,
Grab.
Yeah.
A living jukebox to tell better stories than
You didn't
me.
grab
I
it.
think I've peaked.
I did. I have it still.
I'm holding it in my hand.
No, I'm holding it in my.
Okay, VR chat, doing VR chat things. All right, let's see.
Nice.
Schrodinger's photograph.
We duplicated
Was it taken or not? All right, Stogie.
Oh.
I see you there. You're up next on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Get on this cooked pig.
Again.
Yeah,
Get on the pig and don't.
Wait, what was it?
This time, don't slip off.
What was the trick, Luna? There we go. We found the secret. So now I go back to what I was gonna talk about early before the impromptu story, but it's good to see all my fellow creatures of the night here as we gather again in celebration. More than communities, but a childhood thing. But this time around, it's not candy we pass out to each other, but information. It's not treats that are given, but we give out information of our groups to each other in hopes that they receive the treat. And the tricks? Meeting new people, laughing with everybody, sitting down at a random booth of a community you might not join, but just the people around them fulfilling a joy. Yes, everybody has great costumes here. We all done something a little spooky, something a little different.
Sugi on a roll ad.
Well, Veeps, you're not
Copy that.
muted.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, costumes. We do something that we've done as a child. Going door to door, picking up little snacks. But this time around, we pick up connections. I think that's the greatest treat of all. Instead of something delicious, we get something mindful, educational. Everybody here we're all little bits of string drawn together to make a beautiful, beautiful tapestry. Sure, this time around, it may have a skull on it, but with all the beautiful people and beautiful faces and the beautiful souls here, I see roses laying next to it. I see butterflies. I see lots of things that could be laying next to that skull. An image that represents a passing, but when adding items to that skull is something more beautiful. With the many different communities here, there may be a spent bullet shell representing one community, a shoe of another, a laser gun representing something, but that tells the story of the experience. With this being the time of the year that it is, and we're all here together again, that's the greatest treat of all, is reconnecting with the people you have not seen in 4 months, has it been? But God, to taste that sweetness of with everybody here is the greatest treat of it all. And sadly, the trick of it all is it will be floating in the wind with the smell of pumpkins, the autumn leaves that fell, and maybe the odor of shaving cream. But you know something? With the little time we have that we do get to join everybody here, let's share in a Tootsie Roll or a candy corn and throw a roll of toilet paper in celebration. Because honestly, I love seeing everybody and meeting everybody here.
Aww.
And I don't want it to end.
Stogie, don't forget about the boobies.
Oh yeah, how can I forget about the boobies?
Boobies!
I can't forget about that. But you know something? As great as everything is here, the old phrase says, all good things must come to an end. Our story will continue on, but there'll be another day where the ending will not be final.
Hey!
How can I forget about those?
All right, it's my turn to stall for time. As ads are rolling on on stream. Hi, people who subscribed. Yeah, I guess I can talk more about skits and bits. You know, we do workshops every Saturday at about 6 p.m. at Eastern Time. And then alternate the second Saturday is we've been playing around with doing improv jams where you can just get a chance to get up on stage and kind of practice what we've been teaching. Hone your skills and whatnot. But, we do other things. We've got improv court. We want to be doing that again here soon. We our indie nights. We do collabs, those sorts of folks. We've had four shows in a month. But a lot of fun. We always like seeing new people coming and discovering the joys of getting up on stage and making a fool of yourself. So. I hope you are enticed by this random speech on a ham regarding an improv group that exists here in VR chat.
Yippee!
Don't join it. It's an awful community. We eat Doritos. Hey, who are they? I've never heard of them in my life. They don't exist.
Dress it up.
They're awesome. Dress it up. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful bundle of potato chips.
Well, now you're just coming on too strong.
Wow. Last
You need to be lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Yeah.
It's all right. They're fine.
The show.
You get your mileage out of it.
Right.
Perfect.
Anyone else think they're really cool now?
Vol Noir.
Film noir. 1 minute left. Speaking of kids, but all the actors in the opening ceremony video were folks from Skits and Bits, and I guess I can reveal that I was also the one that filmed and edited it. Yes.
Oh, one more thing. Since
What?
this is spooky season, wasn't there a movie made?
Yes, we shot and filmed a horror comedy called Haunt Busters. We actually released it during Project Lens this past June. It was a project they were going to do last year for Halloween, but got delayed as things happen. But we got it finished, and so it's pretty fun go. Kind of a parody of ghost hunting shows. All right, I can stop talking now. It's time for somebody else to talk. Okay, Toto, you're back up.
Colin, let's go.
All right.
Like on the cursed ham. Let's see if I can get back up on it.
Yay, go Toto.
Hey, first try.
Go Toto. Right, this won't be an original poem, but this is one by one of my favourite poets, Edgar Allan Poe. It's my favourite poem of all time that you may have heard of, called Annabel Lee. It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived, whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to be loved and loved by me. I was a child and she was a child, in this kingdom by the sea, but we loved with a love that was more than love. I and my Annabel Lee, with a love that winged the seraphs of heaven, coveted her and me. And this was the reason that long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, shooting my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in his kingdom by the sea. The angels not half so happy in heaven when envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in his kingdom that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love, it was stronger than by far than the love of those who are older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee. and stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so, all of the night tide, I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in the sepulchre there by the sea, in a tomb by the sounding sea. Thank you.
Bravo!
Thank
Bravo!
you.
That was sick. That was nice.
Yeah, I just overshot
Whoops.
the ham.
Whoops.
Overshot the ham. Okay. Next
That was
up
so
here,
good.
if they're still here, oh, there you are. I mean, you don't have to go again, but if you've got something else, neighborhood, it is your turn to once ascend our slab of meat.
I gotta tell you, man, I've been looking for something to read. I ain't find shit.
Well, we can
You're
probably.
gonna have to pass me.
All right, then that would mean that it is you, Aluna, that is
Damn it.
coming up here and sharing.
Good job. Good job. It's good. It's a good job I got one about sirens, damn it.
Oh.
Okay, people, do everybody don't be scared. The ocean is bare. The Legend of the Siren by me. The sea is calm, the sea is deep. Ripples as it beats. We swim calmly between currents. We sense something at night on the water. Ooh, my sisters go. Where should we? What is it? My sister whispers in my ear. Maybe it's pirates. Are we gonna get to sing our song tonight? Looks like dinner's on the table, girls. But there's no siren men. We don't have siren men. How are we supposed to, have children and have other sea folk in the sea? We carry on. We sneak up to the boat. Make ourselves look like normal mermaids. And total disguise. We turn our ugliness into beautifulness. We get our jagged teeth and make them look normal. We turn our scales into crowning jewels. We turn our skin into pure silk. We pulled our way up to the pirates in the boats. Hello, we say as we bob our heads up above the sea. Are you my Johnny Syllable?
Syllable.
Syllable at first.
I am lost.
You gladly blush and say, I want to kiss one says. Don't be silly. You know the myth. Look at her. She's not a siren. She's a mermaid. We have them totally fooled. We begin to sing our song. Our heart is set by Cupid. As a silver and gold. Nothing can console me. My Johnny Sailorboat. We grab the man and slowly pull him into the water. Try not to reveal our disguise. But one of my sisters gets eager and wants to sink her teeth in. Oh no, he's seen. Pull him quick! Ah! He goes. Bring up again. Swing! Ding! Pull another one down. My sister jumps on. Quick! Grab us another one. Too late. Oh no, this is not another boat for us. Let's run, sisters!
Hey,
Yeah.
Let's
Woo! Thank you, Luna. All right. Well, we've hit the end of the second round. Before we move on to the third, is there anybody else that wants to put their hat in the ring? Otherwise, I will throw it back to 1-2.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did that
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a story.
All right, Waffle, we'll get up here.
Right? Or is that after everything?
What?
I didn't catch that. What?
You had mentioned something about music. Musicians.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's
in round number 3.
Next round.
Oh,
Okay. I have a
See if I can't get on
fucked a lullaby.
All right, can do that in round 3 for sure.
I'm on PC, so we'll see. I did it. I did it.
All right.
Make sure to mute your mic when the performance
This
goes
is
on.
a short horror story I wrote a couple years ago called The Woodland Trickster. What the hell is it with people and urban legends, or just legends in general? Kids trying to summon Bloody Mary, looking for monsters, or hell, even playing with a Ouija board. Like, I'm sorry, but do you want to die? I get that most of these are made up, but you never know if there's some underlying truth to it all. I learned that the hard way, not to fuck with urban legends, and it wasn't even my choice. Let me explain. There's a Navajo legend, or so they call it, that is often told in our town. The story goes that a man-like creature patrols the woods nearby. The man wears a coyote skull over his head as well as a furred cloak and cape. He's known as the Woodland Trickster. The Woodland Trickster does almost exactly what the name entails. He tricks hunters, adventurers, or anyone that passes by the woods. If anyone tries to pull their own sorts of trickery, the trickster will attack. At least that's how the story goes. And one day, I witnessed the horror of the trickster in action. It all started as a small innocent prank. Our town celebrates the Woodland Trickster as a weird holiday. So for my art class at school, we were assigned to come up with our own concept art for the Woodland Trickster based on other stories and artworks. I couldn't really explain why, but the trickster creeped me out. Something about a man that wasn't actually a man just hiking around the woods to cause mischief was almost bone-chilling to me. I never liked going out in the woods. Too many scary stories by the campfire, I guess. One of my classmates and local bully, Brian, noticed my fears. Our art teacher, Mr. Anthony, was showing us pictures in a documentary made videos on the legendary Woodland Trickster. He pointed at me and cackled out loud. "Guys, look at Shane! He's about to piss himself!" the asshole called out. The fact that this was still going on while Brian and I were 18 was usually enough to tick me off, but the current video the teacher was showing was enough to keep me scared. It was a video of a group of actors showing how to quote-unquote summon the Woodland Trickster. Altsa hashka, altsa hashka, altska hashka. The people on the video chanted. I was so scared I didn't even notice that Brian had left the seat. Right around the same time, the Woodland Trickster popped up in the video with a bull skull mask. Someone jumped up from behind shouting something, causing me to scream out of my seat. The other kids laughed as Mr. Anthony turned the lights on. As my eyes focused, I saw that it was Brian holding a decorative bull skull to his face, laughing like a drunken idiot. "That's enough, Brian," Mr. Anthony yelled. Brian and some of the others were still laughing as Brian went back to his seat. Mr. Anthony helped me up. "This isn't just some stupid fairy tale, kids. This legend is a deep part of our town's history, and you would be wise to heed the warnings of our ancestors past." I had no idea what he was going on about, but I just figured he was still in his teacher facade or something like that. Later on that night, I was working on my drawing for the trickster assignment. I drew the trickster as he normally is described, but decided to keep the coyote's ears on the skull. Right when I was putting on some finishing details, I heard a loud bang on a nearby window. I jumped and looked up, wondering what the hell would be knocking at my window this late at night. My parents weren't home and I was on the second floor, so I knew it wasn't them. I grabbed my emergency softball bat and ran downstairs, heading to the front door and keeping my eyes on the back door. I watched too many horror movies and read too many stories to know that my actions may have already fucked me over, but I didn't care. If I was about to be killed by some sicko, I wasn't going to go down without a fight. I heard a knock on the door and opened it, stepping back and hitting whoever was out there. I heard the metal hitting the skin and possibly breaking bone as I heard a crack behind a wet thwack and an echoing tin of metal. That's when I saw Brian. His nose was bleeding and he was holding it with a growl. I guess I must have broken his nose, but it's not like he didn't deserve it. "What the hell are you doing out here?" I yelled, pissed off and frustrated. Of course this guy wanted to come to my house tonight to scare me. "You broke my nose," he whined. I rolled my eyes and started to say something, but before I could, I felt something hit me in the back of my head and I fell to the ground. "Act! What the hell?" I cried out. Brian took my bat. "You idiot! I told you to knock him out. Damn wuss. This is how you do it," he said to someone I didn't even get a chance to see before I was hit again and everything went black. When I woke up, I saw that I was in the middle of the woods. I looked around and saw that I was restrained to a tree. Damn it! What the hell was Brian up to? I was too angry and too scared. I was too angry to be scared, but that didn't last long. When I was about to scream out of my frustrations, I saw 3 people wearing fur skins and different animal skulls. They all surrounded me and started saying that familiar chant. "Otsahashka, Otsahashka." They started softly. A shiver ran down my spine. Was I about to be served as a sacrifice or something to the woodland trickster? How did these guys find me? Did Brian and his goons somehow find the woodland trickster worship cult and decide to give me to them? Okay, come on, guys. You don't gotta do this. I don't know how Brian bribed you to do this to me, but I'm just a kid, I begged, trying to reason with them. They continued to chant, with each iteration getting louder and louder. "Otsahashka, Otsahashka, Otsahashka." One of them began to sing something in the background while the other chanted something that I can only describe as a prayer. "Woodland trickster, hear us now. Let our call bring you down. Accept our gift and give us praise, for we only want to serve your grace," they said, chant still going on in the background. I tried something, anything to get them to stop, but I couldn't hear myself think. The ceremonial chant was so loud that all I could do was close my eyes and pray to whatever or whoever was listening that I would survive. I was shaking, knowing full well that if the legend was true, I would be dead within a matter of minutes, maybe even seconds. Suddenly, the chanting had stopped, replaced with laughter. I opened my eyes to see 3 cultists had removed their masks and were laughing at me. I recognized the guys and knew that they were not cultists. It was Brian, Evan, and Trey. One of Brian's friends wasn't there, Lucas. "Oh, Shane, you should have seen the look on your face," Brian teased with an annoyed laugh. "Yeah, man, you look like such a scaredy cat up there. Come on, man, don't you even have a backbone?" Trey bellowed. Evan snorted. "You and Lucas should be friends, guys. The guy was too scared to come out and help us," he said. I tried my hardest to pull and break through the ropes. "I swear to God, Brian, this isn't funny. It's not safe out in the woods in the middle of the night. There could be coyotes or bears or..." I stopped talking and froze. Brian was too arrogant to notice that a figure that looked exactly like the woodland trickster was approaching us slowly. Coyote skull covering and hiding their face with a black fabric underneath, fur surrounding his body, his clothing. The fur was different colors, almost similar to the shades of a coyote. The figure stood and watched. "Or what?" Brian asked with a smirk. "Are you afraid the trickster is actually going to show up?" Brian's friends must have seen the trickster because they didn't say anything. Brian kept rambling on his high horse until the trickster covered his mouth with a furred, gloved hand. Claws stood out where fingernails would be. Brian's eyes widened, but he didn't have time to react. The trickster said nothing as he snapped Brian's neck and silenced him for good. Trey never tried running away, but the trickster had caught one, digging his claws into his torso before going for the other one. Blood splattered through the flesh wounds and dripped down the faux fur garments as the boys' bodies dropped to the ground. The trickster began to claw and dig into their bodies, growling like a vicious predator that was feeding on its prey. I just sat there, frozen and helpless as I watched. I didn't want to upset the trickster. When the man was done, he turned towards me. He then walked as close as possible to me without touching me, and I closed my eyes out of fear. I could somehow feel his breath on my face through his mask. When I opened my eyes, I saw something I wasn't expecting. Through the small holes in the mask, I could see that under the mask was a human face. I thought the trickster was going to kill me in an instant, but instead, he used his claws to cut through the rope, setting me free. "Judah, Judah, debilches," he spoke in a deep, soft voice before picking up the bodies and leaving the area of the woods we were in. As soon as I thought the coast was clear, I ran home. It took me a minute to find the path back to town, but when I did, I didn't stop. I didn't even bother calling the police. I knew they wouldn't believe me. As soon as I got home, I locked all the doors and went to my room. I laid in my bed and panted, catching my breath. If it wasn't for the fact that I needed to pass my art grade to graduate, I would have thrown the drawing of the woodland trickster away. I took my phone and tried Googling what the man had said to me. It roughly translates to no kind blood in woods. I surprisingly fell asleep that night. It must have been from all the exhaustion. I had school the following morning. With our TV announcements on the TV, I heard something that made my blood run cold. Brian Hove, Elvin Paulson, and Trey Saladan have gone missing. They were last carrying someone into the woods with a few backpacks. If you have any information, please contact the following number. Wendy, our announcement girl, said. As I was listening, I looked over and saw Lucas. He was sweating bullets and looked nervous. I remembered what Evan said last night. After class, I followed him to the bathroom. Hey, Lucas, I said calmly, not wanting to spook him. The guy must have been on edge because he still jumped, leaning against the wall on 6. Shane, look, please, don't tell anyone it happened. I promised I had nothing to do with it. It was all Brian's idea, Lucas pleaded. I sighed. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I just want you to know, I told him calmly. He relaxed. I just want to know what you know, I told him calmly. He relaxed, only slightly. After the whole prank in the art class on Friday, Brian wanted to go even further. He said it was going to be an amazing video and was going to make us famous. I tried telling him it was dangerous and stupid, but you know how he is. I raised a brow, slightly confused. Wait, I'm sorry. Brian wanted to turn it into a video? I didn't see a phone or anything. Lucas started to panic again. You mean you didn't find the hidden camera? Oh shit. If the cops find that video, we're so fucked. We're witnesses, man, he whined. I covered his mouth. Would you just shut up for 5 minutes? I tried shushing him, helping him calm down. Look, even if the cops did find the video, we'll be fine. We didn't do anything to Brian or the others. It'll be fine. Lucas didn't talk to me for the rest of the day. When I got home, I decided to write this all out, wanting to get it off my chest since I couldn't tell anyone. My mom knocked on my door mid-writing. Honey, there's someone on the news about your school, something about the missing boys, she said. Oh no, wait, don't panic. This doesn't mean that the cops found the video. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Mom. I'll come watch, I said, not wanting to look guilty or anything. I left my room and sat on the couch, looking up at the TV. We have reports that police have found a video camera that has footage of what we believe to be the final moments of the missing students. Viewer discretion is advised, the anchorman said, causing me to nervously bounce my knee. The video began playing and both of my parents looked at me and then back at the TV, but I didn't say anything. The video played back exactly as I remembered it. The chanting, me begging for my life, the whole murders, and me finally escaping. I was expecting the video to end there, but it kept going. A few minutes later, after I left, the woodland trickster walked back to where he stood, where he killed my classmates. Stupid kids, he mumbled, before I saw him taking off the mask. When I saw who was under the mask, a chill ran down my spine, and I almost threw up. The woodland trickster, the man who had killed my high school bully and let me go, was my art teacher, Mr. Anthony. The end.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
Just our spine.
Awesome. Thank you, Waffle.
What a twist!
Well then,
Twist!
we are entering into our third phase of Spoken Heart़ here, which I believe means I am handing it back off to 1-2 to start the musical antics here on the ham. 1-2.
Thank you so much, Wall, for your hosting. Give it up for it once. Yeah, had some great hooks there for the time we had to bridge for the advertisement break, for sure. Whenever something like this is going on, we always have to make sure that everybody gets to see everything that is going on. Anyways, it's lovely to see all of you here. We're going into the third round. That means we are opening up for live performances of musicians as well. If you still want to share a story, that's absolutely possible in round 3. However, I started with a poem, I went on with a story, and now I'm gonna put some lyrics into this for sure. So this song is called Halloween. And I do have to set up my guitar, as you can hear, loud and clear. Alright, let's do this then. Yeah. Some people think all Halloween's Eve is just for fun and games. Well, allow me to explain. One night a year, the spirits come alive to tickle your fears. Let me be clear. Spiderwebs, severed heads, it's the dawning of the dead. Ghosts are spawning, demons calling you from underneath your bed. Halloween will make you run and make you scream deep into the darkness of the night. Halloween will make you live out your worst dreams deep into the darkness of the night. Here comes the vampires finding for your blood. There's no escape, they're here to stay, so let them have their fun. But the world is falling down, wicked witches, evil clowns, killer zombies take the town tonight. Spiderwebs, severed heads, it's the dawning of the dead. Ghosts are spawning, demons calling you from underneath your bed. Halloween will make you run and make you scream deep into the darkness of the night. Halloween will make you live out your worst dreams deep into the darkness of the night. It's Halloween. People panic, what a sight. Terrorized and horrified. Halloween. It's Halloween. I'm only joking, don't be scared. Leave your house as if you're there on Halloween.
Hell yeah, dude!
That was awesome, man.
That's my favorite Halloween song. I hope you like it too. All right. Let's see on the list real quick who is next after me. Of course, it's no other than the most beautiful machine without no eyes but magic to see you. Give it up for Jukebox.
That's not fair. This is basically his destiny.
He can play any song he wants.
Third time's the bacon-smelling charm, eh? Dear listeners, the following story is yet another one inspired by a painting exhibited at the Strange Pair Art Gallery. The talented artist behind this work is Crouton Commander. I call this short tale, One Final Delivery.
Gentle snowflakes showered the dimly lit suburbs of Salzburg. Little Thomas took a whiff of the crisp air and shook off the excess sleet from his wool beanie and jacket. Another long night of errands, but was worth a pretty penny, at least what boys his age considered. He had one final delivery to a big house with copper shingles just across the street. Fresh white slush coated the shallow tracks left by mourning carriages on the cobblestone road. With steady steps, the boy made his way to the other end. Suddenly, he made an abrupt stop after seeing a large, hooded figure lurching on the sidewalk. It carried on its back what appeared to be a humongous red sack. The figure turned its chilling gaze. Dost mine eyes deceive? A child lost in the noon of night? Two fiery amber orbs looked down upon the petrified boy. Who art thou? Not supposed to talk to strangers, Thomas replied. Heavens and hells, the figure exclaimed and let go of the sack. Mine manners truly ran amok. It lowered its hood to reveal a most unsettling visage. Two curved horns and a prominent muzzle. Silver trinkets around its wrists rattled as the creature approached. Krampus, I
6,
inquired,
7.
it said in a friendly tone while extending a dark, leathery hand.
6, 7. 6,
Wouldst thou
7.
grant
6,
me the honor of thine? The Thomas, sir. The boy hesitantly shook one of its long-nailed fingers and noticed the odd being's feet resembled the shape of cloved hooves. A bundle of birch branches hanged by the waist while a fuzzy tail swung playfully from side to side. Little Thomas, a title most delightful. Krampus conjured a smile. Shouldst thee not be asleep at this hour? One more delivery. The boy revealed a small parcel and pointed to the house behind Krampus. A hard-working lad through and through, yet a question I must ask, before I alloweth thee on thy task. Thomas nodded. Hast thou been naughty or nice? I behaved, sir. Swear I did. Thomas crossed his heart. Krampus caressed his long goatee, not entirely convinced. After more consideration, he cleared the path for the boy. Thomas breathed a sigh of relief and resumed his tread. Halt! Krampus exclaimed, stopping the boy in his tracks again. Children who behave deserve a gift, yes? He untied the opening of the sack and left it bare. A part of Thomas ached in curiosity to see what kind of treat such beast could offer, but knew he had to finish his delivery and head home as soon as possible. Do not fret, dear Thomas. Come hither, and thou may choose whatever thou most desire. Thomas felt an alluring aura slowly overwhelming him. Faint voices deep within his mind surfaced, urging him to draw closer. I want to see. Just a peek. Come on. Step by step, the chorus pushed further until the boy found himself right beside Krampus without realizing. Be not shy, child. Krampus's eyes burned with delight. Thomas sunk his arm into the depths of the sack. He felt a sudden grasp. Then something started pulling. It was rapidly swallowing him up. Mustering strength, the boy fought back and yanked a foreign hand clinging to his wrist. The face of a girl arose from the blackness, pale and filled with sheer terror. Her parched lips moved. They faintly whispered, Naughty, naughty. The horned creature let out a hysterical laughter. Folly 'twas to place faith in a stranger's promise. Thou art not the boy who didst claim to be nice. Krampus pulled out the bundle of birch branches and struck Thomas from the back. The boy wailed and struggled to free. Another powerful strike shoved him into the sack's belly. Then all went silent. A gust of chilling wind swept through the dimly lit suburbs of Salzburg. A thick, pristine layer of snow covered its streets and sidewalks. In the middle of a cobblestone road laid a frozen package beside a big house with copper shingles.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh my god.
Thank you,
So good, Juke. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for that variety of stories today. It's absolutely a pleasure to listen to all of them.
Strange that the jukebox never played
Um,
music, but whatever.
He is. He's an absolute great storyteller and story
zippity
writer.
right.
If he starts playing songs, I have nothing to do no more. Don't give him ideas. All right. Well, next on the list will be Stogie, if you will.
All right. Guess I'll do different since this is round 3 and it's song time. I kind of want everybody to indulge in an old tradition here. That's a tradition in what's known as Detroit Murder Mitten. There's a little tradition that happens every Halloween, or as we like to say in the Juggalo community, Hallowicked. But I won't be singing a song from the clowns, and yet I will be singing a song from a very toxic island just off the shores between Detroit and Windsor, Canada. So if I could, I would like to indulge you in a little bit of known as the toxic rock by a little song by a little band called Zug Island called Promised Land. Sorry if I have to look up. I have to see. I do care for y'all, but I just have to read, so. I never thought there could be days like this. I wanna see you all raise your fist. I don't think you ever understand. I thought this could be the promised land. I never thought that we would die alone. I always thought that this was our home. You grab us up and ship 'em out when you needed someone, you be your home. I never thought there could be days like this. I never thought there could be days like this. I wanna see you all raise your fist. I don't think we'll ever understand. I thought this could be the promised land. Politicians make decisions, send them off like pawns one by one, intercepting with children, now burning the fires out from my tongue. I never thought there could be days like this. I never thought there could be days like this. I wanna see you all raise your fist. I don't think you ever understand. I thought this could be the promised land. Your future was on your phone. Now you're all alone. Your crown rolls down the hill on the blood you might to spill. Your people will never follow you again. Your evil, it will color newborn friend. And I never thought there could be days like this. I wanna see you all shake your fist. I don't think we'll ever understand. I thought this could be the promised land. Went to the church, prayed like I prayed, talked to the minister. He had to say, no matter what you do, sin will find you. This is the hook, y'all. No matter what you do, sin will find you. So I went on my own, prayed like I prayed, talked to the minister. This is what he had to say. No matter what you do, sin will find you. I sing that part again. Hold on. I'll do the chorus, do the end really quick. No matter what you do, sin will find you. I'm about to wrap it up, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. When on my own. Whoa, wait, hold on. I screwed up. The missing legs. Okay, hold on. Let me think. So I went on my own, did what I had to do, slid through the cracked tiles, through society. Crap, but let's wrap it up. No matter what you do, sin will find you. No matter what you do, love the boobies. Sin will find you. Stage jump.
I think that's all.
You love the boobies and the boobies love you.
Nice.
I can say that freely because we're in an ad break, and of course in an ad break we just do shits and giggles anyways. Maybe we should make a group that is called Shits and Giggles at some point. I
Shits
think
and
that
Giggles.
would be hilarious. Yeah, Shits and Giggles, absolute
I gotta
best
go.
side group of
Good
skits
night,
and bits.
Two-Step.
Shits and Giggles could be great. All right, good night, Xanadu. It was lovely seeing you. Thanks for coming here, and hope you see you soon on the next Spoken Heart. For everybody that came here just now, this is the Spoken Heart event, the official event that is going on right now at PJKT HorrorCon. We are in the last moments, and we have the last performers right in front of us. However, just to explain real quick what's going on, this is a short story event and poetry event. If you do like poetries and short stories, you're all absolutely invited to perform them here at the Spoken Heart event. Just join our group. We are doing events once every season, unless there's a special occasion for whatever reason we're going to do that. We are at the 131st edition of this event. We've been doing this for more than 4 years. We had our anniversary of 130 last time at September, where we did an autumn session. This is our Halloween show, and I hope you all enjoy this. Please make sure if when there's music or when there's any performance going on, be it somebody reading their short story or poem or somebody doing music, please mute yourself. We don't need to hear your sister's granddad screaming at you. And we also we also do want to show respect to the artist, as speaking through some performances can in most cases feel like being spat into your face. We don't want to do that. We want to avoid that. So please mute yourself. If you want to talk, you can just move a little bit further away from this, and you can come back anytime. There's no problem in that. However, we are at the last round number 3 right now, and there is only so many people left here for performing tonight. It has been absolutely great to do this here for you tonight. We love you all. Thank you for supporting Spoken Heart, and if you enjoy this event, make sure to join our group here as well. Right after us, there will be the next event on the schedule. You don't want to miss out on my friends group, Skits and Bits. They're going to have a wonderful show here afterwards as well. And we're back on time anyways, so I can announce the next performer for tonight, which will be Toto Ghost Night.
Woo!
Yippee, let's go.
Woo! Go, Toto.
The ham only failed me once. Alright, so I will be singing a song that I relate to from past experiences, and it's called I Don't Know My Name by Grace Vanderwall. But I will be singing it a cappella because I could not be bothered to get the backing track, and I could not be bothered to play it on my violin because it's in repair.
Oh.
Alright, so it sounds bad as well because my sore throat, so I choose this one.
You got this.
If you want, you can read the lyrics instead to save your breath.
Nah, I'll give it a try. It's musical, so.
They've been mute the whole time recently, I think, to save their voice for this. So.
Yes, Kaylin, I was. Anyways. I don't know my name. I don't play by the rules of the game. So you say I'm just trying, just right. So I heard you are my sister's friend. You get along quite nicely. You ask me why I cut my hair and changed myself completely. I don't know my name. I don't play by the rules of the game, so you say I am just trying, just trying. I went from bland and pop you led to joining the marching band. I made the closest friend I'll ever have in my life. I am lost, trying to get found in an ocean of people. Please don't ask me any questions. There'll be a valid answer. I'll just say that I don't know my name. I don't play by the rules of the game, so you say. I'm just trying. I now know my name. I now play by the rules of the game. So you say, I'm not trying, but I'm trying to find my way. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good shit.
Beautiful. Nice.
Good stuff.
Heck yeah, Toto. Thank you so much for saving your voice so far for this. That was beautiful. I have to make a small announcement as I just heard the Skits and Bits performance. If you looked at the mini menu that you can bring up by either in desktop mode pressing M or by flicking your right controller back, forth and back, you can see the events calendar in here, and as I heard just now, the Skits and Bits will be at basically in an hour from now instead of in half an hour from now. So just so that you guys are aware, we will be probably soon finished here. We have 2 more performers, and then you have some time to refresh yourself, hydrate, eat something, and then come back for the next event if you want it. Anyways, we're going right to the last performer of tonight, which will be Neighborhood Cricket.
Alright. This is an old nursery rhyme that would be sung to me as a kid. That, as a kid, didn't think too much on the lyrics as much, and just loved the jovial tune of it, until later growing up and learning the lyrics. Away out in the forest, there lived a mean old man. His name was Mr. Johnny Rebeck, and he could surely plan. All the neighbors' cats and dogs were always at his feet, so he invented a machine that turned them all to meat. Oh, Mr. Johnny Rebeck, how could you be so mean? He told you you'd be sorry for inventing that machine. All the neighbors' cats and dogs will never more be seen. They've all been ground to sausages in Johnny Rebeck's machine. One day a boy came walking, he walked into the store, he bought a pack of sausages and placed them on the floor. Then he began to whistle, he whistled up a tune, and all the little sausages, they danced around the room. Oh, Mr. Johnny Rebeck, how could you be so mean? We told you you'd be sorry for inventing that machine. All the neighbors' cats and dogs will never more be seen. They've all been ground to sausages in Johnny Rebeck's machine. One day the darn thing busted, the thing wouldn't go. So Johnny Rebeck climbed inside to see what made it so. His wife, she had a nightmare while walking in her sleep. She gave the crank a big yank, and Johnny Rebeck was meat. Oh, Mr. Johnny Rebeck, how could you be so mean? We told you you'd be sorry for inventing that machine. All the neighbors' cats and dogs will never more be seen. They've all been ground to sausages in Johnny Rebeck's machine.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
wicked.
Number 1. What the hell did your parents think when they sang you that song when you were young? Number 2, that's really fitting for Halloween for sure. And it explains why you're running around in a pink fairy avatar.
I needed to bring back the cats and dogs. They're gone now.
Piece of broccoli after hearing that.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing better on Halloween than to listen to a sausage song performed by a very pink sausage-looking otter.
While standing on Johnny Rebecca's machine. What can I say?
Yeah, while standing on a slab of meat for sure. Yeah, no, yeah, everything is perfect on that. Perfect, really good. Thank you so much for performing that song. It's a pleasure. All right, let's go to the last performer of the night, which, if I'm right, that would be Aluna, unless she does not want it.
Oh. I can't think of anything possible.
Oh, wait,
you
what
know
about the song? What about this? What's that?
You song from
the sisters, the witch sisters.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
the
but
ad break when you know it.
sorry, sure. Yeah.
All right, well,
Let's
whenever you
put
want,
a
the stage is
spell
yours.
on these bottles.
Look at the lyrics. Give me a second.
All right, show some
Hey,
hearts
put
to
a
Lady
spell on
Rose.
you.
Hi,
Remember?
hi, nice to meet you. Hi. The first time I watched him perform.
Alright,
a
do you
class-
remember it? Can we remember how it goes?
Yes, give me the lyrics.
Spell on remember?
What's this?
Let's see if we
Give a
can goes.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I need to be quiet a bit. So. Oh, you. Relax. That's marvelous. Listen. I put a spell on you. And now you're mine. Because stop up things I do. I lie. Praise the 300 years. You are there today. Our church is back. And it's hell to pay. I put a spell on you. And now you're
Fine! Go, go, go,
Hello, Salam. Was with me. Was your I promise that I never gone. Salam. I promise that I you. And be strong.
So strong, so strong, so strong.
As I was a kiss that I was. I'm the best of Salam. And now you're mine.
I'm mine. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Watch out. Just like it. I can lead us to be the dinosaurs. Our sisters. They're so precious. I put a spell on you. A wicked spell on you. I put a I see at the pie.
I bet this is apple pie. It's apple pie. Apple and how about that? Sanatorium.
Huh? Say.
Say.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right.
Where are my hearts?
Thank you.
All right, that was Spoken Heart़ for all of you for tonight. Thank you so much for coming and supporting this event. If you like the show and if you want to hear more stories and more poetry, just make sure to join the group right above my head. It's the Spoken Heart़ group. You're all invited to join it. The next event after this will be the Skits and Bits, which will be roughly in an hour from now. Thank you so much for the PJKT camera team. Thank you, Emma, for streaming, and thank you for everyone that made this event possible. Thank you for the world team that created this map, and thanks for having me here. Also, I really got confused over the evening because there's Walgazit and there's her spirit ghost. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's great to look at for sure. They're sitting very calmly next to each other without speaking. It's great. Anyways, thank you for having me. My name is 12step. I'm also part of PJKT, and I hope you had a wonderful evening together with us. Hope you enjoy HorrorCon some more. And Emma, roll in the credits.